Hello, everybody. This is a very important discussion to me because being in the UN space, there's a lot of things that go on there in terms of how the world relates to Africa. And when I say Africa, a couple of you might know that Nigeria is Africa and Africa is Nigeria. There's no Africa without Nigeria. But when we talk about the Nigerian diaspora, it has grown way bigger than what we think it is. And what do I mean by that? If you go to social media today, you find out that a lot of African Americans and a lot of Caribbeans are doing DNA tests, and over 70% of them are Nigerians. Okay? So we have come together, sir, to advocate for Africans who were not born in the continent to see what they can contribute towards the development of the continent. Matter of fact, as we speak, there is an organization which we just started, and people are signing up already, and I'm going to ask everyone to sign up when we're done. It's called the African Diaspora Ancestral Heritage Foundation. So you are going to be shooting yourself on the foot if you just think that Nigerian diaspora are people who speak the Nigerian languages, people who were born in Nigeria or born abroad to Nigerian parents. Okay, so what the diaspora needs to do to get the attention of the government. Number one, the diaspora must come together under existing forms, example NIDO, Nigerians in the diaspora, and also form new forms. Because of time, I'm just going to run through it. Number two, engage with our representatives here in the consulates and embassies and also the governments of the various nations where we reside. Example, city mayors, borough presidents, councilmen, governors, and even the Congress and the presidential villa. Here in New York, I'm very, very active with the mayor elections. In fact, when Mr. Eric Adams, who I'm happy to call a friend of mine, was running for elections 3.5 years ago, I was one of those that facilitated his becoming mayor. And we did not stop there. Some of us were given appointments to work under him. So if we are going to be effective in engaging our governments at home, we have to first of all engage our governments of the different countries where we reside. Engage with our leaders from home when they come abroad for trips. Example, United Nations General Assembly. A lot of side events. I have 4 side events today. But this is very critical because now those who are at home, the government representatives who are at home, starting from the president down, they are looking forward to hear what the diaspora has to say. When they called me and they gave me this topic, I was looking at it and I was saying, it should be what should the government in Nigeria do to engage with the diaspora and to get our attention? Okay. Number 4, hold our leaders and representatives accountable when agreements with diasporans are not kept through influencing of elections by voting out irresponsible and lackadaisical leaders who do not keep their promises to diaspora. Very sensitive, but very important. We cannot afford to have NIDO and other forums and have platforms like this and have meetings and discuss and dialogue, and then some fellow from home comes out and says, hey, you need to do this and do this before we can listen to you. But when I went to Nigeria, one of them sat me up and said, hey, we know you're a UN ambassador, but listen, when you come in home, take that brain and leave it at the airport because things work differently here. These are discussions that we need to start having because our children who are born here are looking forward to one day go home. Okay? It is critical to engage diasporans in elections, especially the presidential elections. And I am using this platform to call the Honorable Chairman of the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, Ms. Abike Dabiri, to take seriously the issue of diaspora voting and make sure that things are put in place to make this a reality. I will not be mincing words if I say that if she fails to achieve that, then she has failed in her duties as chairman. I'm speaking for the whole diasporans. Am I speaking for diasporans here? Okay, few more. Forums of this nature where we can speak truth to power via the media and then also have meetings on ground at home with representatives and leaders. Advocating for stronger institutions in the three levels of governance: executive, legislative, and judiciary. Making sure that people who are running for elections locally and nationally are vetted by the people to make sure they are qualified. Diasporans, this is the big one. That's the second to the last. Diasporans getting involved in elections both by running for positions and also supporting well-qualified diasporans and local politicians, both at home and also in the countries of residence. Run for elections in Nigeria and also here in the United States. And last but not the least, we must remember that if we diasporans can get the government at home to work and do the right thing to strengthen our institutions, and if we can also partner directly or indirectly with them, remember, there's no place like home. One day we will want to go back there and make sure that our institutions are stronger than when we left them. Thank you very much.